Holy hell, we're back.
We are. Hello.
We've brought Ryan back.
Yeah.
Despite the fact on the last podcast he farted. It's David.
Oh, it's Phil.
And it's Ryan.
Yeah, god damn it, here we are. Now, going off what we did on the last one, experimental phase, right? We're going to dip straight back into the fucking facts.
Factoids.
Actually, I think Radio 2 or somebody else calls them factoids, so we'll
really?
call them
Fact.
fat facts.
Fat fact. Oh! Get out your fat facts, Steve. Hold on.
Get out your fat facts, so we're going to go straight into that. You know how this works. Quick fire facts, 5 each, alternating between myself and Phil. Let's do it. And here we go. Right, I'll start. Unless you want to start, Phil.
What, puberty? Because I think I started.
No, you're the first fact, sir.
I'll take the first fact.
Don't take the mick. This is a new concept to Two Guys, One
Oh,
Garage.
motherfucker. Do I get the first fact or what?
I get the first fact.
We just
Decided.
read
Teasing
the
us.
fact, please.
Let's do it. First fact. The word slut was originally used to describe a woman who didn't keep her room clean.
Yeah, I would do the same.
Fucking slut.
Fucking slut. I like that one. And in France, a megabyte is called a megaoctet because byte means cock. And megabyte is unintentionally rude.
Monsieur. Second fact. Humans have the ability to recognise attractive faces at the age of 2 months old.
That's why all the babies smile at me.
That's why.
It
See, now it's
is.
solved.
That's why they cry when they see me.
That's what the screamed for.
Okay, so we have some psychologists
Some.
state that sleeping naked can boost a person's confidence. See, there was a period where, when I was in a relationship, I wouldn't sleep naked. I would have a t-shirt on.
I
That
always
was when I
always
was about
sleep
my fat
naked,
tits,
me.
but now I'm just like, I've got tits, bitch.
I always sleep naked, me. Ever
Yeah.
since like the age
Really?
like... ever since the age of like 12 or something. Completely stark naked.
It's comfier.
I love it.
Is this,
Balls
the,
out,
is this
sorry.
the third fact or second? From both of us. The third, innit?
Well, this is the third from you.
Technically the sixth.
Well, is it? Or is it the fifth?
Just keep reading.
It
Doesn't
would be
really
the
matter.
fifth.
Yes. The Brazilian wandering spider's bite can cause an erection that lasts for 4 hours.
Yes, I've heard that
I've
before.
heard that one, yeah.
I want to get bitten by that because I'm going to
believe it can
fucking
kill
load
you
up
as well.
exams at that
I believe you can also die from
That's
that.
sure you can die from it. I ain't bullshit.
What, from the erection or the...
Yeah, you definitely... Well,
It's
your body probably doesn't want to commit blood to your dick
Yeah.
for a long time. It's like, however, man, we've got a brain, lads, we've got a liver, we need the fucking blood to try and transport
It depends how big your cock is though, doesn't it, really? Because, I mean,
Well,
mine,
My body wouldn't even notice it.
yeah, it wouldn't notice where it went.
They'd just be like, oh, you got a hole on, have you?
But yeah, my little finger's a bit numb.
And every hour, about 12,500 puppies are born in the US. 12,500 puppies born in the United States.
Aye, and half of them are
That's
probably
not a lot.
dumped, the horrible bastards.
That's actually insane.
Yes.
That's a shitload.
turtles.
Yeah.
Here's one for you. We're living on our planet before dinosaurs were.
Really?
That's interesting.
I know. Was it alligators or crocodiles were as well? They haven't changed since like 65 million years ago or whatever.
because they're so efficient at killing
Yeah, efficient at doing what they do.
that nature's just like, yeah, I didn't evolve. You've got it down. The word nothing was actually an Elizabethan slang term for vagina.
What?
Yeah?
Get your nothing out for the lads.
Yeah, I was looking at this last nothing. I swear to God, it was absolutely
Disgusting.
I had cheese all over me gums.
Oh, it's horrible. That.
Final fact from me. The common female equivalent for morning wood is morning dew. That is a legitimate fact.
That's a legitimate word. Like, oh, that is disgusting. Do women get that?
Morning dew?
Do women get that?
I assume so.
Must ask my wife when I get home.
Yeah. I don't know, it seems like it's only dudes that are horny in the first thing in the morning though.
Yeah, but we don't choose to have an erection first thing in the morning, do we? Do they choose to have morning dew first thing in the morning?
Yeah, but if they
The day I wake up
chances
without
are
an
we
erection,
getting-
like I need to be put down because
Oh, I wake up without an erection most days.
I get up off the settee with an erection.
I use my erection to get off the set. Look yourself up.
A study suggests that people who lose their virginity after the age of 19 will attain a high level of education and make more money.
That's because they're all fucking nerds.
Thank God for that. I just lost my last.
I'm joking, man. I'm joking, obviously. I'm joking.
And that is this podcast's facts. Did you enjoy Fat Facts, Phil?
Loved it. Even like whether or not it's true, it's class to ponder.
I kind of hope it is true. I hope.
Even if they're just fat statements, just fat statements. There could be lies, but they're still funny.
But they're good lies.
Oh, definitely.
So here we are, sat around like knights of the round table. Hey guys.
Red Bull, cranberry Red Bull.
Cranberry Red Bull.
Right.
It was on offer, so
that's something that we haven't done for a while, Phil. We're harkening back to the old days, of vintage Two Guys One Garage, discussing what we're drinking.
I know where you're
without mentioning the brand.
Well, we can mention the brand because they're probably not going to be listening.
Oh, I assure you they are, sir.
They're listening.
They're going to be suing you. Listen, these guys.
You've got some delicious bedroll. As you call
cranberry
it
energy drink of the popular brand.
Someone.
Yeah. Cow.
I've got one of Phil's magic.
Rouge Cow.
I've got one of Phil's magic coffees.
Sexy coffee.
Sexy coffee.
They do the trick.
Let's not beat around the bush. That isn't a sexy coffee. We all know where the sexy coffee's kept, and Phil doesn't like people.
We don't talk about those coffees, right? That's the forbidden cupboard. It is forbidden.
If someone comes in here and they've got the balls to alpha me, which Ryan does have the balls to alpha me, they will go into the secret cupboard of darkness.
It's not really that secret. It's just right.
It's just a cupboard. It's next to the oven, and they shall take into their possession a Dolce Gusto
coffee pod.
Coffee.
They're nice. I'm not gonna lie.
I use them at home, right? And listeners, I use them at home, and I thought it was absolutely fine to just
help yourself.
Do you want a coffee? Yeah, just get yourself a coffee. Yeah, whatever. So I went and got a coffee pod. It was a cappuccino, so you have to have the milk and you have to have the obviously the coffee, and put them at certain how much comes out and everything. And Phil went fucking mental.
You don't help yourself in Phil's
saying I was forbidden, I was forbode, I was banned.
Yeah, I was just blown away by it. I was like, oh, this is a culture I am not familiar with. I was like, people can come in and do what they want. The hell?
Hell no.
I was like, that's when I was introduced to Ryan's just alpha nature. I was
Mikasa, Sukasa.
I was like, oh, Ryan is a man who will bend me over if he has to get
he will assert alpha dominance.
Yeah.
Listen,
and he will fuck you.
Listen, I come in and I take what I want. I see what I want and I take it.
Yeah.
I'm taking this, Phil. This is a notebook and I'm taking
my
it.
notes, my fucking notes right there.
There you go, Phil. You
want his fucking notes? His fucking notes.
So yeah, just have that back there, Phil. As you know, it's back, mate.
Yeah, I did feel like a bit of a tit because, like, I was thinking, I was like, I want them to have the nice coffee, but I don't want them to think that they can just come in and rape me.
Well, no, you've made that clear because we've came in now and we've got the powdered crap again. So
speak for yourself. I have the powdered crap, but Phil makes it in such a way with so much love. It's good powdered crap.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, extra cream on that one, Dave, for you.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh. Is that what he did when I went to the toilet there, Ryan?
I'm not.
No wonder it tastes so salty, Phil. It ain't so sweet.
Right, dare I say this?
Think about it carefully.
I'm going to.
We're trying to mature this podcast. I hope it's not too filthy.
We've been going on coffee for the past 5 minutes.
Well, this one's extremely filthy, but I'll try and make it rather cryptic.
Okay.
Let's just say I was beating off.
I'm being rather cryptic.
That's kind of cryptic. What does that mean?
Who knows, man? and you know, you get to the point that you're aiming for type of thing. And let's just say the product that was thrust into one's hand.
Oh, sweet Jesus, no!
It was like froth, like fizzy. You know,
fizzy.
Like, you know when you pour Coke into a glass too quick.
Yeah.
And it's all just gaseous, like with just bubbles. It was like that, and I was like, "You're taking the piss."
Phil, if the contents of your ejaculate have a fizzy texture to them,
Have you never had that?
Fizzy
Phillips?
semen.
Yeah, but it's like bubble. Is
Is it radioactive or something?
Your semen was snap, crackling, and popping. Is that what you're saying?
yeah. No, but you know what I mean. But it's,
I'm just going to write you.
do I want to go here? Yes, I do
Doctor.
want to go here. When you've been going for so long, and your cock. Yes, I said your cock. Your cock's like, yeah, man. It keeps going.
So the last podcast we did, we were talking about ancient Egypt, how the pyramids were constructed. Wow, the mysteries of the Sphinx. Amazing Stonehenge. What the hell?
Right, what
And now we're talking about the consistency of Phil Seaman and his fizzy ejaculate.
I don't know why I went down this road, right? I've turned my cap forward.
Listen, I'm going to say this right now. We've gone down this road too far, so we need to finish. We need to get to the point. Not like fast, but I'm just saying we need to get to this point. We need to finish it because people will be interested in.
It's
the outcome of
something
this.
that most people will be able to relate to. That's why I thought I'd bring it up. But when
how kind?
Yeah, you know,
Thoughtful of you, Phil.
let's just say when one is masturbating, and you don't want to. Your brain does, but your body doesn't.
Right.
And you're going for it.
Mm-hmm. And it's so, right?
And it's going. It's getting flaccid, and it's getting a little bit more weak because it's squeezing it so hard that it has to, and then it goes flaccid, and it kept doing. And I maintained that for, let's say, like 20 minutes, and it just produced something that wasn't going to get anybody pregnant whatsoever.
Are we still talking about Dave's coffee here, or
Dave's coffee? Yeah.
So the fizzy texture went into my coffee, and it's made it like a cappuccino.
anywho?
Other night, Jared, what annoys us? What annoys you, Phil? This just hit me like a cum shot to the face. I want to ask.
What a great metaphor! No, that was a simile, wasn't it?
I thought it was an analogy, you know?
Not like a cum shot to the face is.
Yeah, something that is a metaphor, but something that's like is a simile.
Yeah, there's a simile. Yeah.
What annoys you, Phil? Let's go around the table.
Just generally.
With the knights of the square table here. Because we ain't got a round table. What annoys you? What's the most annoying thing? Coffee aside, what's the most annoying thing? What annoys you about people? Let's narrow it down.
People that like pretend that they are the fucking righteous ones and they have all the answers and that their way of life is the way of life and that you're the dumbass for not being like them, when in reality they're only like that because they're so fucking stupid that they don't recognise their actual bullshit that's made them act like a cunt. Thank you, gentlemen.
Out of nowhere.
Wow.
I'm blown away.
What annoys you, Ryan?
Can you follow
I don't
that
like
up?
when people park in disabled spots.
No, seriously though, people who, because I've just had a child, not me personally, my wife, but we've had a child.
I thought you had seahorse syndrome and you had the child.
People who don't have kids and park in like the kids spots in
Yes.
and who aren't disabled and park in disabled spots, that really annoys me because, just speaking from my experience, parking in a normal spot and having a kid is unbelievably difficult to get like the pram out and the kid out and everything.
Yeah.
Believe me when I say it's a right fuck on. And like being close to like a pathway and pushing the pram down that instead of pushing over the road and everything, much easier. So that's what annoys me. And obviously disabled people as well. It's got to be much worse for them trying to get out of the cars.
Disabled people annoy you? I was like,
no. Disabled people, someone parking in their spot. That would be horrible.
Yeah. How often does that happen though? Because there's so many fucking traffic wardens that are like, bitch. Yeah,
But they can't legally stop you though, can they? They can't just say, move your car now. You just go fuck off and walk in.
No, they give you a ticket, man.
You get a ticket.
You get a ticket for parking in a.
Of course you've got to have like a proper disabled
people still do it,
badge.
and sometimes you can't get away with it. There's some places that they don't
Most
check.
time.
Right. I don't think they do that for the kids spots though.
No,
But for disabled people, which is fair enough.
Yeah,
It's if you can't walk properly, that's
yeah.
a bit worse than having a child.
You want to know what annoys me?
Go on.
Yes.
Poachers.
Noisy.
Sorry.
Wait, that's professionally.
Okay, Dave.
Aside from that, there's a lot of things that annoy me. I'm very easily wound up. Just ask anybody in my family, right?
He's a tightly wound man.
I really just fucking get angry, man. The thing that probably annoys me the most. God, there's a few. But I'll keep it short and sweet. Noisy eaters.
Oh,
I don't know what you're saying. Oh, for you sat next to him in the cinema laptop, crunching his popcorn.
I totally agree with you there.
Is that-
Like noisy eaters.
Noisy
When was the
eaters.
last time we went to the cinema, mate?
Transformers 2 or something? And he
Back
sat
in
there. Do
2004.
you know what Ryan does with his popcorn every so often? It's all coming out in the wash now, man. He'll sit there with his bucket of popcorn. He'll be eating it, and then every so often, you fucking shake the bucket of popcorn.
You shake the popcorn for?
To get all the nice ones.
No, but seriously, it's noisy eaters.
Method.
It's people that what do they call it when you
How chomping, champing,
you just
chomping and chomping.
smacking when they're smacking when they eat?
Yeah. But like popcorn though, right? You really can't eat popcorn quietly, can you?
You
It's
can
like
try.
yeah, you can close your mouth, but if it's loud, it's loud. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? And you're not going
Ryan's
to avoid popcorn at the cinema, are you? Really?
Ryan's trying to assert alpha dominance right now.
Isn't he? Look at he's already
He's
got my pants
popcorn.
on.
I've already convinced you. I know I have. I know I have.
Correct.
But like,
I'm bending over, right?
like eating normal food and going,
Yeah, you think popcorn's the worst?
oh,
Crisps in a quiet environment
Right.
when there's other people around you.
You talk about quiet environments. When people eat in the car, for some reason the acoustics in a car, that really pisses me off. When I hear packets opening in a car, I'm like, what the fuck are you opening a packet in a car for?
shut that packet.
Honestly, stuff like little things annoy me.
Another one.
Come on, man.
People or mothers smoking around children.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Hate it.
Disgusting.
Or pregnant women smoking.
Yes.
It
Or
drives
pregnant
me
women
up the fucking wall.
Drinking.
Oh,
That's
even
insane.
worse. Even worse.
Ah, just,
Drives me crazy.
You know, disrupt your child's learning and growth creation. Yeah, just fuck it over. Yeah.
Oh,
Disgusting.
God.
Disgusting.
Makes it sick.
That's probably like usually though something like problem with addiction though,
Or ignorance.
ignorance. Although most people know that it's fucked up to
Well, you'd
smoke and
think
drink.
that, but some
It's-
people still do it.
I just feel like they don't have
I think
enough
it'll be the
strength
very
to-
small minority that are ignorant. I think it's
But it
just
still
people who
happens.
just being downright despicable, really, isn't it? It's like
I
to
don't know,
put that on your child.
But I think it's because they haven't developed, like they haven't like got out of the stage where they don't need to be looked after anymore. I feel like they weren't looked after well enough to be able to look after others.
Oh, so it's
Well-
like it never hurt me. So
No,
like
no,
if
no, like oh, I was never looked after, and I'm using this to make myself feel good.
oh right.
and that they used like they need that to make themselves feel good. I don't want to like fucking apologize for everybody that makes a shit decision, but I kind of just look at things in terms of like I think most of the time people are just like trying to escape from the shitness that they feel, and sometimes that actually leads a lot of the time that leads you to fucking other people over. Like
Yeah.
like most addicts will fuck people that they're close to over because they need the thing that it is that makes them feel good about life, because generally in life they don't feel that good.
Yeah.
So they need that thing to make themselves feel
Fill
normal.
that void with their addiction, whatever
Yeah.
it is. Drink, drugs.
Yeah.
I see where you're going.
But it makes you irrational. It makes you a really irrational person. If you're like a hardcore addict, cigs would be something where they're really addictive.
I need to get this off my chest. Something else.
Phil, I don't like
Is
that
this
you
if
smoke.
You're
No,
looking at me when you
No,
say
no, no,
this.
still-
You better not be looking at
Something
me.
else that really annoys me. Somebody telling me something
Oh,
that I already know.
But you can't get out of it.
But I just they start telling me something. I instantly my brain switches off and I think, motherfucker, I know exactly what you're saying. You don't need to tell us again. That
What like a story that they've told you before and then they repeat it.
that's annoying, but not so much.
Are
that.
you're talking about professionally, aren't you? As in
Yes.
like a job.
Yes.
Oh, right.
I kind of like gonna brush that one off. Yeah, okay. But I hate it when I know more about a certain subject than someone,
Yeah.
and they go on talking about it as though like they know a lot, and then they try to like say to me, "Oh well, what I heard was, or what I know is that this is the way. That's happened. This happened. That happened." And I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
I hear that personally.
It's just in the human psyche, that
I
though.
think we're kind of we're sounding like grumpy old men. Yeah. I think
We
we
do, don't we?
This is a company. Can you remember that program, Grumpy Old Men?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was class.
You
wasn't
brought it up, Dave.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
it? What do you love? Is there something that you really love in life? What would be the thing that you love in life, apart from ejaculating? Because that's the obvious answer.
Phil bringing the tune down there again.
You point out the obvious.
Well, besides,
We all love ejaculation. Let's get
besides
that off our chest
ejaculating
right now.
over
Ejaculate.
explicit porn videos on YouTube, not YouTube, you porn, whatever. What was I saying that time with porn? I'm sorry, yeah. Being outdoors, being out and about in the fresh air, you know me. I love that. I don't know how. I mean, yeah, fair enough. You play video games, not Ryan. I play them
When I get a chance.
from time to time. Yeah, you're not on all the time, and so do you, Phil. But for instance, kids these days, I don't know how people can just sit in the house and hour after hour after hour
I
play.
agree.
I've got to be outside. I've got to the point now where if I'm stuck in the house for too long, I get bored. I start pacing. It's just not me. It's just I love being outdoors. You know, doing what I do. That's just me.
That's a good answer. I don't even know how. I was thinking, shit, I actually don't know the answer to my own question.
Well, what do you like? What do you enjoy?
Oh, like
Small mercies. It could be anything, Phil. It
You
could be
enjoy
having
your gym time, don't you?
yeah, weightlifting.
Love
there
the
you
gym
go.
time, man, Phil.
Powerlifting.
yeah,
That's a release, right?
I like that definitely. I don't know. I really like it. Listening. This sounds like total bullshit, but listening to new ideas, like, but ideas that are in line with
This
the way I think.
you love this, Phil. This is what you like. This
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
I'm a huge fan of podcasts. That's probably what I do most of the time. Like with most of my free time, which is a lot of free time. I listen to podcasts. I listen to people that are like on my wavelength, and I don't mean my wavelength is like superior to anybody, but like people that think along
in
the same lines
way.
as me.
Yeah.
I like to listen to like the conclusions that they come to, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I think the same way, but you sound cleverer than me, so now I feel clever because you're saying
Yeah.
this kind of shit I've thought. You know, so like just pat myself on the back like an asshole. Just that.
God, there's loads of
Come on,
things.
Ryan.
There's loads of things I love. I love number one, spending time with my daughter. I love that. That
God, that
only
sounds
and only people who have got a kid will understand that. Really, other people who don't have kids or never plan to have kids will just think, yeah, whatever, you fucking daft cunt.
Yeah, you had to say that.
Yeah, you had to say that, didn't you? You soppy bastard. But no, that is true. But I like listening to me trance music. I do like trance music.
Really?
Yes, I do.
Nice.
Obviously, conversing about cosmology. I love that. I do like it. And
You can find that podcast on The Guys One Garage iTunes, one of Ryan's first. In fact,
Yeah.
it was his first.
And I like astronomy. Sorry, as well. Astronomy. I like a bit of.
I think we should
looking-
get into that. I think we should.
Astronomy.
I think we should like tap into like
Audio
the knowledge
books as
band
well,
that
by the
is-
way. I love me audio books. Sorry to interrupt there.
That's fine. No
Absolutely
problem.
love me audio books. And if anyone's listening out there and they like fantasy, read the King Killer Chronicles. You have to read the King Killer Chronicles. They are amazing. By Patrick Rothfuss. There, I plugged them, but they're absolutely amazing.
You make me so horny right now. Ryan.
It's just brilliant.
so
Anyway,
clever, so well read.
but yeah, astronomy. That is one of my favourite pastimes, which I hardly ever get to do because it's so time consuming, and I can't. With us having a kid now, and that it's just I don't get enough free time. But
We'll probably get that back like in a couple of years.
oh yeah, I will get it
when the
back.
little one grows
but,
up. Yeah.
But yeah, that is one of the things I like to do. And my next step is astrophotography. I want to start taking pictures and stuff like that. That's
So how does one do that?
well, you got to get a special telescope, and you can just kind of hook up any camera to the end of your telescope, and there's a one I've seen. It's quite expensive, but it takes pictures of nebulas and stuff and everything. You know, like the nebulas that you actually see.
Imagine that picture of a crab nebula or something.
Yeah. Well, the Orion Nebula is one of the most beautiful you can see, and it's right on Orion's. Like we're talking about the three stars, and he's got like some people call it his sword or his club hanging down from those stars. It looks a bit like Orion's cock, actually. But in those stars, there's a boatload of them. There's Orion's Nebula, the Orion Nebula, and you can home in on that and see it with these telescopes, and then you can photograph it, and
That's fantastic.
it's unbelievable.
Right, correct me if I'm wrong here, but is a nebula where like stars are born type of thing?
Well, a nebula can be one of two things, really. It can be a big, massive dust cloud, like a few light years across, where stars are being born, or it can be like the remnants of a
like
exploded
supernova.
star. Yeah, the Crab Nebula is a remnant of a supernova. Because,
So could that then turn back into something?
well, of course, yes.
That's fucking recycling.
Well, look at the solar system. All the elements that we've got, like uranium, and plutonium, they're not born out of just a dust cloud. they're born from a star exploding. Because
so mad, isn't
so basically, the Earth and our star and everything would have been created from a bigger star exploding, and then I don't know, maybe it's a shockwave from another supernova somewhere, or they just started to coalesce and form the solar system. That's what effectively
It
happened.
totally messes with your head though, because you're like, but for the amount of like.
And, and those certain elements will only have happened in a Type 1a supernova as well, which is it's not when I think I'm right in saying that. Someone might correct us if I'm wrong, but there's two different types of supernova. There's one where the sun just goes on its own, bang, supernova, or where you've got one star and it feeds off another one. And it feeds and feeds and feeds and feeds and feeds until it gets so big that it just goes bang, and that's a Type 1A.
Like a black hole sucking the blinking energy from something.
Well, no, it's like, like everything's got a gravitational field. Mm-hmm. That's because if there was another sun next to us right now, depending on which one's has got more mass, it would just all be taken in by the sun.
So that's exactly what I was saying, you fucking asshole.
well,
like something like so the bigger one.
Just takes in the material. Yeah. Sorry, that's what you meant. Yeah.
Fuck.
But yeah, that's and uranium and plutonium and all the heavier elements were created in like in a supernova.
But then how the hell because
gold, silver, all that sort of stuff.
We've got all that crap. How the hell does that all exist? All of it on this planet
from a previous supernova, all just. In a big dust cloud, like you saw that was the Horsehead Nebula, which I saw you have on there, Dave. That's they're pillars of creation. Yeah. And then they would have just started coalescing. So there's plutonium, gold, silver, all just hanging about, and obviously it's all going to be distributed evenly. But I mean, one of the planets, I'm sure it's got it rains diamonds.
I'm sure
it's
these
Neptune.
planets made of diamonds. I've heard somewhere.
There's somewhere. I think it's Neptune or Uranus rains diamonds. It's one of them, two of them. I can't remember which it is. But yeah, that's. I can't remember where the hell I want.
What diamonds? Carbon. It's just
really dense carbon, isn't it? That's what it is. Rough cut, I suppose. It won't be like sparkling. But yeah, there is planets made out of diamonds. Well, say planets, it'll be. Stars. Mm-hmm. I love the universe, mate. I could talk about it for hours and hours and hours.
It blows your mind, man.
It does.
The idea
just
that,
the size of it.
Yeah, just exactly the sheer enormity of it. It's like, what the hell? What the hell?
Yeah.
And the biggest thing in our solar system as well. It's not the sun or anything like that. It's Jupiter's magnetosphere.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it just stretches out, protects loads of different things as well. Protects us quite a lot. Mm-hmm. It's magnetosphere. Well, it's a lot from the radiation from the sun.
Yeah.
That stretches right out. Yeah, it's crazy.
It is mad. I mean, we can't comprehend it. Nobody can clearly define the universe yet, can they?
No. That's it.
Well, they say some people say it's infinite. Some people say it's finite.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What are the implications if it's infinite? Because if it's infinite, that suggests to me that
we are the center of the universe.
Well, yeah,
because everything is the center of the universe if it's infinite.
But then, oh god,
it's mental thinking about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then, if the universe is infinite, would that not suggest that there is nothing other than this universe? Would that not actually dispel the idea that there's a multiverse? If this is infinite, then we're taking up all the fucking space, motherfucker. Mm. You know what I mean? So,
but if you think about it, it's like,
or is it only infinite in the under the governance of our physical laws?
We could be infinite in the third dimension.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there could be a fourth dimension which is infinite. There could be many, many dimensions. Yeah. There could be God, you could go on forever. You know what I mean? And you say you're taking up all the space, but there isn't.
There's only space as far as
yeah, exactly as you've just said it there. So you could twist your head up into knots for ages trying to think about things, but the brightest minds on the planet can't comprehend it. So how are three lads sitting here gonna?
Well, that's the thing. Well, no, but possibly they have. Like, probably not scientists at this stage, but if people had actually come up with the right answer, it would probably be like philosophers and stuff like that. Just by chance, they've actually conjured this.
It would be interesting to know, wouldn't it, if someone had actually come up with the theory of everything, just like sitting there.
Oh,
or they've got it in their head and they're just like
just a stoner. It's just like,
what about that? What about that?
If this is everything and God is nothing other than us, like, you know, like. But science, at its level now, could only operate on the level that it is now. You know what I mean? Like,
well, it can only
discover within its own capabilities.
You can only see as far as your eyes can let you see. That's the equivalent, isn't it? Really, I can't see any further than I can see. That's the top and bottom of it.
That would be science. But like with like art, philosophy, you can conceive of things that you can't see. Like, I can think of before the Big Bang. I can actually think of what it might have been like.
What I mean is, like, I can only. It's just like a kind of a. What the hell am I trying to say? You said it at the start. Not a simile, not a metaphor.
An analogy.
An analogy. I can see as far as I can see, but you know, we can only think of what's in our head. We can only refer back to what's
like our experiences
and what's in our head. How can you comprehend something
that
you've never even encountered? Your brain can't make sense of it. So if we're not going to make sense of the universe, or the universe is something we can't make sense of, we are never ever going to make sense of it.
But you could
unless someone comes along and says, "Hey,"
you could argue though that would do that to an extent with black holes and the stars. I actually have no idea what the sun looks like. Like, I do off like photos and shit. Like beforehand, I know that the sun exists, but I've never like actually seen what it looks like other than that crazy glare that you see in like during the daytime. You know?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
So
just an orange ball of fire, isn't it?
Well, it's actually white, but the gases in our atmosphere make it look like orangey. But yeah, it's white. It's white hot. But what I think is we're measuring temperatures of the sun, we're measuring the gases coming off, we're videoing it and things like that.
Yeah.
Like black holes, what's inside a black hole? We haven't got a clue because nothing's monitoring it. We haven't even seen it. Nothing could monitor it. That's what I'm saying is if you haven't seen it or experienced it or like experienced something similar or like measured a magnetic field or measured a gravitational field, then you cannot understand.
And
do you know you see where I'm coming from?
I totally agree.
But
like with a black hole, I suppose you could say, oh well, in a sense, a flushing toilet is like similar to a black hole in the sense that like it has a spin, fucking shit 1,000 is gonna like end up like going down the hole and all that. But well, yeah, I suppose you're right in that sense.
Because we monitor black holes and everything, we can't see them. But we monitor the effects of black holes.
But then, what is it in our like daily experience that like allows us to actually conceive of a black hole in the first place? Because a black hole is pretty different to anything that exists.
Well, it was Einstein who first came across it. It was like his theory of relativity, and said like these can be possible. You know what I mean? It's not like we don't know whether they're or not. I mean, he's theorized wormholes as well. We don't know if they exist or not, but due to the laws of physics.
Yeah, they like allow for it.
Yeah, our accepted laws of physics, wormholes could exist, or do exist around us now. You know, they're popping up everywhere in like the microscopic sort of thing. And what they're saying is that what they need the technology to try and hold them and then make them bigger to fit something through and stuff. So that's what they're going to try and do in however many years. But yeah, that's my way of thinking of it. But I cannot think of anything that hasn't been. You know what I mean? I can make sense of a little bit of sense of something that we've monitored and things like that. But
it's like we said before. So trying to think of a new colour. Or
and like trying to think of a new colour, you can't do it. But
somewhere down the line, is that not what people do when they conjure like when people invent? Or one school of thought would be that they are just building on previous shit.
That's my thing. That so you put 2 and 2 together and you get 4.
Yeah.
Like you've got to have known 2 in the first place.
Yeah.
That's the way I'm kind of thinking of it.
See, whereas I'm on the opposite side of like a divine like blast of inspiration where just
Eureka moment type of thing. Comes out of nothing.
Yeah, like absolutely nobody has conceived of this, and here it is. Here's the seed of that idea. I'd like to think
that was
somewhere down the line that must have happened, because like there must have been the first experience from like a single-celled organism into like a dual-celled organism. You know what I mean? Something where
it split itself.
You know, like something where it's like, that's totally different from any, like go from one dimension to two dimensions. You know, I don't know how to like describe what I'm saying, because we're sort of like on the brink of fucking like breaking down in terms of, because we only know so much anyway.
Yeah, I know.
So it's hard to describe what you mean.
It just becomes gibberish to people who are listening to it, because you can't even explain it yourself.
Yeah,
like is what you're trying to say. Trying to get your point across. You know in your head what you're trying to say, but
but your language is limited. Mm-hmm. Which is
what you've experienced.
Yeah.
And what you can reference back on.
Uh-huh. Which asks, like, it begs the question: how limited are you by language? Like, because how do I actually think? Do I actually think in terms of like the structure of the English language, or do we think in terms of like abstract concepts, which we then turn into English?
Well, the thing is, like, how does an animal think or a baby think? Like, surely they don't think in like, oh, I'm going to do that next.
Emotions.
It's emotions. It is. It's emotions. It's like that makes us feel good or whatever, you know.
So is that the first like level on which we think then?
I guess it's emotions and instinct, and then because we've been brought up with language, we sort of
translate them emotions into something that we can write down or think in our heads.
And it's something tangent.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Tangible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God, that's
it's boggling, isn't it? Because the other thing is, I know of people who speak a different language, but they think in English because it's easier for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's easier for them to. I know that it just sounds better if it thinks in English. If they think in English, apparently, but they speak like Swedish or Norwegian or whatever.
No, my mate said exactly the same thing. He had a friend who was from Norway, I think, or Sweden, somewhere Scandinavian. Met in Thailand. He said the guy dreams in English.
Really?
That's crazy.
Like his dreams of being English. But I suppose if that's what he's listening to all the time.
Yeah,
through like
there is a lot of English
programs
in Norway. Like everyone speaks English in Norway. That's they learn it from a very young age, and it's only generally it's only the older generation who don't speak English very well, because all the younger generation have studied it in school and things like that.
Yeah.
See, when I'm like reading in my head, I pronounce words better than when it comes to saying them physically out loud.
Because your brain's got to
register, isn't it?
Yeah, register, and then put your tongue and lips into action. You know what I mean? It's like you sound much more articulate in your head, don't you?
And when you're reading, are you not reading in your own accent? Like, are you reading?
Or a variant of.
Like, are you actually even on any level hearing what you're reading in your mind? Are you?
Well, you know, but the thing is, right, comes to exactly what you just said there. Think of your mum's voice now. I can hear my mum's voice in my head, even though I can't. I'm not actually hearing it. I know what it sounds like.
Yeah.
So I can hear it. So it's like
weird, isn't it?
It's a strange kind of way your brain works.
Strange to think that inside here you can think about things like that. You can hear people's voices.
You can think of a sound.
It's just memory, isn't it?
And you can sort of taste
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can remember a taste, but like in no way can you taste it on your tongue or anything like that. You can taste it in your brain.
It's pretty amazing.
Like I can taste a banana, whatever I mean by that.
My God.
In my brain right now. It's a bit meaty.
It's got a bit of a bulbous
tip. Meat banana.
Man. It's a deep conversation, boys.
It is so deep. Is it going to get deeper? The wormhole.
You tell me, how's that banana going?
It's pretty
deep,
deep.
Have you
came out of the head.
Have you seen Interstellar yet? By the way, any of you?
No.
Well, that was excellent. Like kind of because you know, like when they talk about wormholes and stuff, you kind of just imagine this kind of flat disc in space that you just go through, don't you? But the way they portrayed a wormhole, which is a lot more real, is it was actually a sphere in space, and they go like a planet, and they go towards it like a planet. And I suppose that's how it would be in space. You could get air from any direction, you know. And
like a black hole.
Yeah, like a black hole. Yeah, and if you look through the wormhole, you could see what was on the other side, type of thing. So you just go through it. I just loved everything about Interstellar, like the way it was really
absolutely class.
it was really like accurate. Like all the space scenes were just deathly silent. Because that's how it would be.
Yeah, because sound doesn't travel in a vacuum.
Exactly.
Something I was disappointed with Brian Cox though is that he reckons that like the speed of light, like that law, the speed of light, will
It travels faster in a vacuum than it does in.
no, like just that, like his idea was that we'll never, like in his head, we'll never really be able to attain that. That we will never be able to like effectively create a technology that will allow us to travel the speed of light.
Well,
And I was like,
I suppose you can
dick Brian Cox.
you'd never be able to do it, but there is loopholes. You could use warp drives and stuff instead of actually your spacecraft traveling the speed of light. You just move the space around you. So you never technically, you're not even.
That's
traveling.
Futurama, that though.
Yeah. Well, that's a true fact. A warp drive, like that is.
But
there's
then
someone working on it.
But then how would that occur? How could you move the universe around you?
Everything warps space time, planets, black holes, sun.
So create energy
like
large enough.
Just
but would that not create all the matter?
Just create mass
But would that
large enough to move you, like surf. You surf on if on that tablecloth there. If you've got like this here, if you make it like that, that's going to start sliding. You push that down, it's going to start sliding more, and you're going to move across space time. So you create like dense matter here, or I don't know how it works properly, but honestly, there's a guy working on it on a warp drive. You'll never be able to attain the speed of light because you need an infinite amount of an infinite amount of energy to.
So we are fucked then.
Oh, we'll never travel at the speed of light.
Yeah.
But we can get around it by using a warp drive to warp space time and move across the universe.
So we could effectively travel
faster than the speed of light. Yeah.
But us ourselves aren't travelling at the speed of light.
Exactly.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah. So we'll not be travelling at the speed of light, but I mean,
But the universe is.
yeah, exactly. To us, yeah. That would be it. That would be it.
It's mad. Like another thing that Brian Cox was saying was how
Because you need an infinite amount of energy to travel at the speed of light, which you could never happen because the faster you go, the heavier you get effectively, or the more mass.
your
you
mass
attain.
becomes infinite. That's what I always remember hearing.
Yeah.
So what
So
the
then you
fuck
need
does
it.
that even mean? If your mass was infinite, would you just end the universe?
more-
And if you
the
have
more-
infinite mass,
The more mass you get,
maybe that's a big bang.
the more energy you need.
Maybe it's like in the universe, intelligent creatures get to the point where they can actually accelerate at the speed of light, and their mass does become infinite, and it rips through fucking space time and creates a big bang that creates a universe that takes X amount of billion years to cool and condense, so that matter like comes together and forms life, and that life evolves into intelligent life, and then those dumbasses figure out after years and years and years how to accelerate at the speed of light, and then they blast through it with their infinite mass and start all over again.
That's a wild theory, Phil.
I like that theory, Phil.
But it's the same as every other theory. It doesn't get anywhere. It's like, so this could just be like the 50 billionth time.
It always gives you more questions than answers. Yeah. That's the
nature of the beast.
The nature of the beast, yeah.
But the thing
joy of the universe.
What was interesting, what Brian Cox was saying about like the speed of light and that, is how when you actually hit the speed of light, according to him, time stops. It just fucking stops.
The faster you go, the slower time goes.
Yeah, but when you hit that, like, what would the word be? Like that limit, that like universal limit, that law. It just stops, and for the photon, it does just travel instantly. So it starts off one place, and in its eyes, instantly arrives at its destination. That's fucking weird. Trying to like get your head around. I know we're not photons, but like just trying to like picture what it would be like the experience of a photon, and that's of consciousness.
Well, have you heard about the quantum entanglement theory? Have you heard about that?
What, when you like
spooky action at a distance? That's what Einstein called it.
When they instantly react to each other, even though it's
we could have this one atom here and another one across the universe. And like you move that one that way, that one moves with it. Yeah. So it's an instant way of communicating type of thing.
Effectively faster than light.
Exactly, you
the
communicate. Yeah. Well, the quantum, they've just released a quantum TV.
What?
Based on that type of technology, and I mean it's the first of it because they're talking about doing a quantum internet and everything, man. So you're talking like your emails will be there before you can blink your eyes, and how fast internet would go would be crazy. You could effectively send an email to someone on Pluto in an instant.
Yeah.
Or FaceTime someone in Alpha Centauri. Do you know what I mean? That is effectively what you could do.
That suggests that you could communicate with other like star systems
if you got your technology that far. Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously they'd have to do the same.
Yeah.
And then maybe there is like this field to tap into where it's like, right, well, we can't actually communicate. We can't actually travel and see each other, but we can communicate instantaneously, and like through like sort of like a universal internet, exchange ideas.
Absolutely.
Fucking hell.
And they've just released a quantum TV.
So when they don't, when SETI and stuff is like looking for radio signals from other star systems. Maybe they're not sending that shit because like, what the fuck is the point in that? Just wait for these assholes to figure out the freaking quantum bloody computing, and then
because if you think about it, any intelligent life form out there who are more intelligent than us anyway aren't going to be using radio waves.
Yeah.
let's be truthful. They're going to be using something like this quantum technology. So as soon as quantum technology kind of takes off, SETI need to get a hold of it and try and do their bit, whatever they do. I'm not going to pretend I know exactly what's going on, but the quantum entanglement theory is now technology officially. But
then, do they have to start off, say these like particles or whatever? I've got a fucking idea what I'm talking about here, but like to have like a communication with the two, whatever it is, have to like be together at the birth. And then,
I suppose. I'm assuming here, like. Massively assuming that it would have to be made from the same kind of materials.
So we're still totally fucked then.
Yeah, I assume, but
so that's totally ruined my idea of what's happening to some crazy.
Well, no, you could effectively travel somewhere. I mean, if you get that far and you've got quantum technology, then I'm pretty sure you're going to have a warp drive. You know what I mean? So you could travel to star systems and put yourself in place, colonies and things like that, and then you could still communicate. So I don't know.
But then
could be possible.
So that totally relies on the warp drive then. And then fuck the quantum computing, because then let's just travel on warp drive.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, my point being is, you could set up colonies on different star systems and things like that, and you'd still be able to communicate and talk to them constantly, and it would be like instantaneous. It would be like faster than me ringing someone from Norway.
See, but then that is faster than light. Like the distance that would be travelling.
But it's not even travelling because they're entangled, they're linked, the two particles are linked, so you're not even travelling. It's just in one place and it just stays there.
But then, like, how? Because for me to talk to you now, my voice has got to like travel from my fat mouth to your ears.
I've got to pick it up.
Yeah,
decode what you're saying.
It's like taking time for like this message to get to you.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like fucking telepathy then, isn't it? Like it's sort of like the cosmic version of telepathy, where it doesn't need space. Where things are just linked.
Nothing slows it down. Can't be slowed down. It's impossible. So, but I don't know how they would put that into computers and the internet and things like that. I'm not sure how they would do it. I assume it would have to be made from the same materials or something. But it's an exciting time.
Yeah.
Considering they've just made the first quantum TV, and I don't really know how this new quantum TV works. I assume that it's just because the particles are so small that the pixels are really, really small, so it's like a hell of a lot better than what 4K is at the minute, loads of pixels. But it's the start. You know what I mean? Quantum technology will take off.
It's accelerating so fast. Beautiful human
I'm
minds.
excited. I'm very excited.
It's exciting times.
Certainly
It is. We're going to have to shut this down because my computer here is very quickly running out of disk space.
Oh shit!
Disk space.
Get one of them quantum computers, man.
And that's what I should get.
No, 2 seconds, I'll just knock you one up.
Before we shut this down off topic, I've just been reading something there. Sorry, it's not this.
Okay.
ISIL, have just beheaded 21 Egyptians.
Motherfuckers, after
Yeah.
what we've just been talking
And
about.
apparently they've got 17 Kurds in cages that they're threatening to burn alive, just like the Jordanian pilot.
Shit. But
In Libya.
Why?
This happened in Libya because it's ISIS.
they're fucking signing their own death warrant there, like, well and truly.
Yeah.
They're just going to get absolutely the entire world on their back where it's just like, yeah. Like that Jordan shit, like what was it, the king or the prime minister, whatever the fuck. He was like, yeah. Oh, Oswald.
He showed them how to go about it, like, didn't they?
He was just like, we're going to commit
Really?
all
So
our
they've
resources
they've
to
literally
destroying
just
Behead.
21 Egyptian Christians.
Yeah.
That's horrific, that, isn't it?
And it says further down here, if I can find it. Keep talking. Dead air.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And I was
Sorry,
like,
I'm so enthralled by this.
Can't find what I was reading before. Oh wait, I think it's just appear somewhere.
Harry Gaddafi, how are you doing?
Yeah. Paraded in cages, 17 Kurds to be burned alive like Jordanian pilot.
ISIS releases video.
Mm.
Ugh.
What's going on?
These guys are asking for it, like, aren't they?
Big time. Big time.
Depressing, man. But how the hell? What? Oh, I think probably got a lot of like sympathisers in Egypt and shit like that. Muslim country, innit?
Yeah. It's
Right, probably, yeah. No, it's a mix, isn't it? Mixed bag.
Yeah.
It's brainwashing and madness. It's I don't know.
Do you know who I feel sorry for?
The
The
innocents.
Muslims who are just normal.
Yeah.
The normal Muslims who just want to, like, yeah,
what
the
the
Quran's
fuck?
just what they're on about. The
Yeah.
Quran says they're
But
on peace.
there's a part of me that goes, fuck you lot now though, because use logic and rational thinking to understand that that's horseshit. Yes, there's some class parts of it, like be charitable and all that. Like that's like one fundamental of like Islam, and is to like sort of like help poorer people out. Aye, that's class. But can you not come to that fucking conclusion without this like imaginary dickhead in the sky?
Yeah.
Can people not like? This is like an atheist
nice
mindset. I'm not
to
even
each other.
fucking atheist. Like I believe in shit after death and all that. But can we not like come to the conclusion that this is bullshit?
Yeah.
This is clearly horse shit.
Yeah.
But that's not how they think, though.
It's-
They're not
it's
of the same mind, are they?
And,
You know what I mean?
and that's why, like, because they're not different, they're not like a different species. That's why it's got to be like human psychology that must explain that, like sociology and psychology.
Yeah.
Like this environment impacted this young on a child
I think it's just
sculpt one's brain into thinking like this.
I think it's just the way human beings are. They need to look up to someone in every walk of life. So we need to look up to someone as our leader. Then them leaders need to look up to a leader, and it only goes so far. Then you need to look up to, you know what I mean. And then everyone needs this one big type of person, which to me is a load of shit. You know what I mean? There's got to be an exception to the rule. Like there isn't everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's got to be an exception to the rule, and I don't believe, like, I mean, I don't think there's anything that happens after that. I think that's it, you end, your consciousness goes and it's gone, and like...
The scientific view. That's what Brian Cox thinks. These emergent
but
view
like,
of consciousness.
You know, it's like, I'm conscious now, and when I die, I'm not conscious, and I'll not remember anything, it'll just be me gone.
I understand, like, believing in shit now, because I'm like, I don't like the idea of, like,
I'm sure
non-consciousness for eternity. So, I don't know if it's just me, like... like give myself a little cuddle and being like, well, there's probably something after death, Phil. so don't worry, mate. But
probably when I get older and I'm like ready to go, I'm thinking,
Shit.
oh god, I hope there is something after. But you know, in my heart of hearts, I know that I don't think there's anything. So
Well, who knows? Like,
and if there is, so be it. You know, I'm
Like,
wrong.
sweet. It's win-win.
Yeah.
You're either right or you're wrong in a way that grants you eternal life.
maybe like David Icke says, we'll have one of those spiritual beers and say what was it all about? What was it all about? Anyway, we've got minutes left,
Go on then.
so we're gonna have to shut this down. Merci beaucoup again, Ryan, for coming on. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cole.
No
Very
problem.
much indeed.
No problem.
Thank you, Phil.
I've got patience, so I need to go.
And thank you, for listening. Yeah,
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
Robson Green Tales of Northumberland on Monday.
cannot wait.
More Tales from Northumberland. I love Robson Green Tales from Northumberland. Honestly, it's great.
Saw him in the gym once.
Did you?
Yeah, and he's pretty ripped. I feel like an old guy.
And he's pretty hard.
Robson, you're a hot guy. Keep exploring Northumberland, but keep it a secret. I don't want everybody coming up here. Right?
No.
Right then. Thank you, boys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ryan.
No
Das
problem.
Vedanya, Yatiba Lublu. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening. Tell your friends.
Adios.
Goodbye.